Hello and welcome to another episode
Dyer's
of
pick.
That's Dota. You're joining me here, Gus. I'm watching just a match of the Secret Forum guys playing against just a random opponent in Captain's mode. I'm going to be making my first attempt here at doing a solo cast, so we'll see how it actually comes out. I'm going to be taking a quick look just down at the bans that's been coming out. We see Trient, Nature's Prophet, Faceless Void and the Bane coming out from the Dire, and the bans coming out on the Radiant is the Viper, the Lifestealer, the Crystal Maiden and the Clinks.
10
The bans I see
seconds
coming
to
out from the
go.
Radiant team from the guys in the Secret Forum, they kind of make sense to me.
5
I suppose
seconds.
on the other hand, the Dire, the Trent and the Nature's Prophets do make sense. The Faceless Void is a bit of a strange one. He is a hero that kind of
Reserve
has fallen
time.
out of rotation. He isn't really looked at as much. Then we take a look at the heroes that actually have been picked up. We do see a
Radiant's pick.
strong potential tri-lane coming out in the form of the Shadow Shaman and the Lina, possibly with that Death Prophet going mid. Taking a look then at the Dire team, they have the Clockwork, Disruptor, Puck and Lone Druid. So they may be possibly considering either a solo Clockwork or a solo Lone Druid. More than likely it would be the solo Clockwork with that Puck going mid. Disruptor now is one of those heroes that he has such great teamfight potential with his connected field and with his
10
Static
seconds
Storm,
to
doing
go.
so much damage, and with that Silent as well, it can just shut down so many heroes, especially
5
heroes that require
seconds.
to be putting out spam like the Death Prophet. The only problem is though, if she gets off her exorcism off first, it doesn't really matter if she gets silence. This Razor then
Dyer's
possibly
ban.
could be going in a lane, which is pretty strong, it's pretty effective. His plasma field does a lot of damage if it's used correctly. The team fight potential coming out of the Dire side here is very strong. They have the late game
Radiant
with the
team
Lone Druid, he's just
ban.
able to farm up and just get those items out onto the bear. The Puck has great initiation, along with the Clockwork and Disruptor just maintaining those fights. We see a Batrider banned out. Obviously they do not want to go up against this mid, but it's a strange ban to
10
me when I take a look at the
seconds
heroes
to
that are
go.
already out for the Radiant. I don't understand why they'd actually ban out that bat.
5 seconds.
And we see the last ban is coming out, it's a Lion being banned out by the Radiant.
Dyer's pick.
Lion becoming quite popular that I am seeing. Just he is such an all-round good support hero. He has two controls, the stun and the hex. The mana drain is great for just letting him stay in lane for much longer, and his Finger of Death just a great way of securing kills, similar to the Lacuna Blade of Lina. We're going to see the last bands,
10
last picks coming out here.
seconds to go.
So more than likely we're going to see a support coming out for the Dire and
5
possibly
seconds.
a carry coming out for the Radiant.
Reserve time.
That's something that they are. I think they do need to have a good support here. Disruptor is great, but he can't just be stuck in the number 5 position. He does need to get a bit of farm up as well. It's possible that on the Radiant team they might consider someone just that will be able to translate well into the late game against that Lone Druid. So taking a look at these lanes, it's possible they may consider the Shadow Shaman Lina in a lane, possibly the solo Razor, but kind of looking at it now, it's possible that they might opt out of doing the actual tri-lane and just go for a standard 2-on-2. And they pick up a Skeleton King. Now Skeleton King is, in my mind, he is a great pick. He has so much potential just to stay in the fight and be an absolute nuisance. He has a stun, and he has that reincarnation. So basically what's going to happen in team fights is, more than likely the Radiant are going to target him, and he's there to be hit, he's fodder. And they have all this other damage coming out in the form of the Clockwork. He has his Cogs, he has his Barrage, Disruptors, then throwing out his Thunder Strike, which is going to be
10
doing damage to everyone.
seconds to
Buck's
go.
Illusionary Orb, his Silence, his Dream Coil, all
5
massive damage that's going to come out in
seconds.
pretty quick succession.
Reserve time.
And taking a look down at the Radiant, is they do have great potential here to do burst damage in the form of the Ether Shock coming out from the Shadow Shaman, along with Dragon Slave, Crypt Bats, Crypt Swarm, and then as well the Plasma Field. That's a lot of early damage just coming out. And it's nice to see this Razor, I think, is good against the, let's say for instance the Bear, is because it can just static link it and just suck down all its attack damage.
Juggernaut.
And a Juggernaut. So it looks like they do have a very strong lineup here. I think the 2-1-2 would work. Even a 3-1-1 would work. But we'll see kind of what way they play it out. I'm not sure how the Dire are actually going to lane this out, just because they have the potential, I suppose, to put the Clockwork in the off lane, put the Skeleton King and the Disruptor in top lane with a farming Lone Druid, and with the Puck mid. We just have a little bit of a connection issue here, so hopefully it shouldn't take too much long, but I'm pretty sure they'll be back soon. So in the downtime, we'll take a look at the actual lineups coming here. Starting with the Radiant, we would have on the Juggernaut Chernobyl Kinsman. Followed by this, we have Larendor on the Death Prophet, with Ingi on the the Lina. The Rough Rider, or Captain Bassoon, will be taking up the Shadow Shaman, which leaves Jim taking up the Razor. And up on the Dire team, we have on the Skeleton King, we have Echelon. On the Clockwork, we have Ottoman Slap. On the Lone Druid, we have Elysian. On this Puck, who's on his way mid, we do have Chucky. And then on the Disruptor, we have Lodos. So you can see the Clockwork's already making his way down into the offlane, so more than likely they are going to be running this as a jungling Lone Druid, which is interesting. Something I haven't seen in a while. It is slower than other junglers, but once he gets going, he can get a lot of speed going. And an interesting pickup is that the Skeleton King has gone for his lifesteal first, which I don't really agree with, because all he's going to be doing now is just pushing that creep wave. We see the Death Prophet is going mid, and they do seem to be opting for possibly an aggressive tri-lane with a safe lane Razor. Now this is good. This is a good decision, because the Juggernaut has such great early game kill potential. If he gets his kills going early, he's going to be able to just kind of snowball and get ahead of
Battle will
everyone.
commence in 30 seconds.
And I think we could see a lot of early kills coming out here. Razor should actually have a pretty good time against this Clockwork. The solo offlaner against the safe lane Razor, he should have the advantage getting the last hits and just taking the damage out and the harass. See, Puck is rushing that bottle. He's only just picked up tangos.
Let's get this farce over with.
And as we see, Death Prophet with her lovely bug here. She has no hair, so she's looks quite weird. And it's, yeah, the Lone Druid. He's gone into the jungle. We're not going to see anything from him for a long time. Now, I think top lane is going to be the lane to keep an eye out, because I think this is where most of the action is going to be. See, the Shackles is picked up first, as long with the Light Striker Ray, which means they can set this up so well. And you can already see they're going to be able to just harass this Skeleton King out of lane. The Juggernaut should be able to get all the farm he needs. Now the Puck, Death Prophet is an interesting lane to go up with. The Death Prophet can harass the Puck so much, but with good phase shifts, the Puck just avoids everything. So there you go, straight away. Now the Clockwork was clever here. He has warded up, which is going to give him just means he's a lot safer in that lane from ganks. But I don't really understand why he went for the block on this camp here. He knows now there's no supports down there. Actually stack that camp. And there's the Static Link coming down. He's going to steal a lot of damage here. On the cogs, this is a big mistake. There's more than likely going to be this Clockwork going down. And an unlucky catch. And does he get that? Oh, just too little damage. And wisely, the Razor backs out. Now this Lone Druid, if he's smart, he will start rotating out of this jungle. And we can kind of see that he's looking to transition into that now.
Bottom tower
And he's going to actually
attacked.
catch this creep wave. Now this is very dangerous for them. They do have 3 heroes here, but at the same time there's a lot of damage that can come out from the way of the Radiant team. So because this early engagement, you can even see the Clockwork, he's had to burn through so much regen. He's used the Clarity, he's gone through 3 tangos, and the Razor can just keep it, and we lose the first blood up top. And this is what I'm saying, this is what's going to happen, is they're going to be able to set these kills up so easily, just with those shackles, with the Light Striker Ray. And you can see, like, the last hits, everything is pretty much going the way of the Radiant at the moment. EXP is taking big spike down the way of the Dire, and then straight back up. This puck does have his bottle up and it is the DD bottom, so he's going to have all the control on these that he wants. So I'm pretty sure the puck is going to be fine in this lane. He should be able to
Dyer's
get his
top
farm and get
tower
exactly
is
what he
under
needs.
attack.
We can see as well as Razor, he has a TP ready just in case if anything does go down that he's able to be there instantly. Now I think that this Disruptor has been doing great. He's been staying out of the lane just to let the experience go the way of the Skeleton King. And the Skeleton King he's way out of position and he's gone. Hopefully this bassoon should be able to catch him out, and yeah, it's going to be able to kill top, and this is great. This is what they need. The supports are doing exactly what they need to do. They're roaming around, they're getting those kills, and the Juggernaut's just getting his farm. We can already see he's already sitting up at about nearly 900 gold. He's going to be able to, I'd say at this stage, with the advantage they have, that he should skip the getting this poor man shield. There's no need to get it at this stage. Taking a look at Lone Druid at the moment, he doesn't really have any items up. He has treads possibly built, and you can even see he's just sitting here. Taking a look, we can see is the puck is finally starting to get his last hits, but the Death Prophet is doing such a great job in staying ahead of that. Now there's nothing really now that the Skeleton King and the Disruptor can do. The Disruptor's now just getting his level 2. The Skeleton King is on level 4, but you're going up against a level 3 Shadow Shaman, level 3 Juggernaut just about to hit 4, and a level 3 Lena. They just have so much lockdown potential, and there's nothing really that they can do about it. Fair enough, the Skeleton King gets a stun off, that's one hero down, but then you have the follow from the Light Strike Array or the Shackles. And if you get Silence or a Glimpse, and here we go, we're going to see the damage coming out. Here's the Light Strike Array, followed with so much damage coming out. There's nothing you can do, and the Edda Shock just to finish him off there. Now this is why I don't like Lone Druids as in a farming position. Just look how slow it is. It's going to take him so long to get anything out of this jungle, and the rate the game is going, it's going to be too late before he actually gets any farm on. We do see an Aquila coming out from the Razor, so it's be interesting to see is the next pickup is going to be the Phase Boots. Is he going to be able to just to keep up with this Clockwork, just to keep locking him down? We do see the hook now on the Clockwork, so it's possible that he could consider going roaming, but at the same time, where can he go? He can go top. They possibly might get something, but they just don't have enough damage. They don't have lockdown potential. They have that kinetic field to keep them in position, but all they're going to do is just stun you. And we do see a great rotation mid from the supports here, so hopefully they can pick up this puck if they are lucky. They just need to have good communication. The Death Prophet needs to be on the ball here, and we should see something happen here. And that's brilliant. That's the silence. Just all the damage they need to come out, and this is the puck on them.
No!
This game is really going the way of the ratings. They are having a great game. They're doing so well. Rotating these supports out is just such a good play. And we do see that the Juggernaut, he did go for the Stout Shield. Possibly is a good call now, and the fact is that he has been left on his own. But you can even see the effect that these early kills have had. The Dire team, they're just afraid to go near that lane. They just don't want to do anything. The Disruptor here doesn't really know what to do. The Lone Druid can't get his farm. And even now we're going to see pushes. We're seeing so much damage because of this ult from the Death Prophet. Team bot now, it is interesting. The Clockwork is getting his farm. He's getting last hits. He's keeping up with this Razor. But at the end of the day, like, how much farm is he going to get out of this? How relevant is he going to be to the game versus a Razor? Again, with the Juggernaut farming so well up top. Possibly could be another kill. This is what they need to do top though. They have this window for the next 10-15 minutes where they can set up these kills. And here we go again. Perfect setup. Probably gonna see the dragon. And there we go. That the Kinetic Field has caught him, but I'm pretty sure that the Juggernaut can actually just do his Battle Fury straight out of the Kinetic Field. And we do see a pause coming out the way. So kind of sitting back and taking a look, I can't really say that the laning is going well for the Dire. They have a strange draft in the heroes they have picked up. Puck, great solid choice mid. Clockwork, solid off lane. But this Lone Druid in the jungle, I just completely disagree with it. Such a slow slog to try and get your farm up. Skeleton King, great hero, but he just needs to get his farm up. And the Disruptor, he's kind of at a loss in this lane. He can't really do much. Possibly a Glimpse might be considering a good thing to actually pick up just to pull the heroes out. but I don't know what they're going to do here. The only thing I could see them possibly doing would be to take that lone druid out of the jungle, put him in the lane, get him to do something, because he's not going to be able to come relevant in any time soon, and by the time he does come relevant, it's going to be too late. You can see now Death Prophet's finally is getting a little bit more comfortable in the lane, and is just able to just hassle that puck out. See, this is a rotation from the puck coming up top. We're possibly going to see some action here. And that's a great... Oh, these two supports there are way out of business. They do not need to be there. And there's a Tibia. That's a good move. This Lina is happy enough just to walk out. She knows she's safe. Now, taking a look at the lanes, you can see they've committed so much to this top lane. They have 1, 2, 3 heroes sitting up here. Possibly looking to see if they can go in and catch this Juggernaut unawares. But the only problem is he can Omni Slash, he can do his Battle Fury to get out of it. They see the stun coming out here. If we see the loop around coming from the puck, and this possibly might be a dead out on this Juggernaut. You see a haste rune coming the way of this Death Prophet, so is she going to rotate up top, and this is a good play. She needs to just pop that bottle and she needs to get some mana back. And there we go, that's exactly what she's doing. We do see now that the Shadow Shaman has rotated down bottom. Not really sure what the point of this is. He doesn't need to be here. The Juggernaut does need to be careful very top on the top though. And they're going to go straight in. This is smart now with the Death Prophet, is because she can do so much damage, so much burst, and they can lock down this puck. This is the puck has managed to get out of there, but they should keep going in and see if they can pick up someone. And they have caught the Disruptor out of position. And this is going to be a brilliant Light Strike Array if you can get it off. Unlucky. Oh, that's a good Dream Coil, and we could see 2 deaths here. On the Omni Slash coming out. This is a brilliant play from the Juggernaut. He saw exactly what was happening. He came in and he did the damage. This Skeleton King now is possibly going to pick up a kill here, unless this... Okay, there's the stun coming out. The Skeleton King does get the kill, and we do see this Juggernaut is now being chased out and glimpsed back and caught in the kinetic field. This is a brilliant play. He does not have enough mana to get that Battle Fury off, and even if he did, he wouldn't be able to do anything. But oh, he's caught now, and this is a great pickup now for the Dire. This is pulling them back into the game. Taking a look at the EXP graph, it still is quite high in the favour of the Radiant, but this is going to even it out a little. It's going to get them get some gold back, and that'll get a little bit of traction. The Lone Druid didn't go down, which is good, but as I said before, he's kind of taking his time. He just has 2 sets of boots up at the moment. We do see the Igni has moved mid on the Luna, or Lena, probably just to get a bit of farm. Looks quite possible that is going for a Midas here. This is kind of an interesting thing that kind of has changed in the meta, is that players, support players especially, are going a lot more to trying to get this Midas up. I don't know how much I agree with it. It does work later on in the game, but I kind of feel that there are cheaper items that could be picked up earlier on that are going to be more beneficial to them. Whereas that's something I think you can pick up when you're getting the kills, when you're kind of gaining a little bit of traction, when you're kind of ahead. Kinsman needs to be careful here, he just needs to get back and keep safe. The Clockwork is building a mech, but he is a ways off. Up top, we possibly... Oh, that's unlucky. The Light Strike Array did miss there, but now that we have the bassoon back up here, we possibly might be able to see... And there we go, there's the Shackle. There's... Can we see damage coming up to follow this? Oh, this is brilliant. They used the ults there, but they got the kills. And we are going to see the... Oh, and then, unfortunately, because of this Skeleton King, he is able to come back up because of that Resurrect, but he is going to lose his life twice. All this just for the cost of 1 support. It's definitely worth it. Great placement of the wards there. It actually blocked that Skeleton King from escaping. Didn't get the trap off, but it had stopped him from actually leaving, and it just caught him. And even when he resurrected there, it took the extra damage. We do see the Orb of Venom coming out in the Lone Druid, which is a pretty standard pickup. Will great translate well into an Iascati possibly later on.
Dire's structures have been fortified.
The Clockwork is considering diving in here. If he catches this Razor, he could do a lot of damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
And the puck now is happy to just go and hit it this mid tower. And that's the Midas coming the way of the Lena.
Homing in.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Now if they wait for this creep wave, they possibly might be able to take this tower up top, which is going to free up the Juggernaut, the Lena, pretty much all the heroes to go around and just start roaming. And this we could see possibly a Razor go down here to this Clockwork if he gets his hook off. We're going to have a little bit of Ring of the Ring of Rosie. But this Clockwork is now caught. And a great shackle. And that's the ult as well. This is his one that... And that's the beauty of TPs and the beauty of these supports. It's coming in exactly what they need to do. Even the TP coming down from the Death Prophet was brilliant because it just meant that they secured that kill and they didn't lose the Razor. And that farm did go the way of the Razor. And now they can push 2 lanes at once and do a lot of damage to this tower. You possibly might see the ult coming out from this Death's Prophet if it comes up in time. And I think this will be the wise choice because they're going to take this tower now just with that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has been destroyed.
Taking a look at the XP, you can see that it still is heavily in the favour of the Radiant. There only was a slight period in time when it was in the favour of the Dire. Same going with the way the gold, it's just going up and up for the Radiant.
Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
This is the smart thing, they're doing a lot more damage to this tower. The ward's coming down as well, and that's great.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
They possibly might be able to even take this tower.
Coming in.
We'll see now, keep an eye on that. And this is, oh, unfortunately just got the creeps. Now you can see the effect of the early game, how the Juggernaut kind of got ahead. This Skeleton King can't really stay in lane against with him. He seems to try to be getting up that Mordigans, and once he gets it up he will be a little bit more relevant, but his farm is very delayed. You can even see just that they're happy, Radiant team are happy to leave this Juggernaut on his own up top. They know he's safe, they know he's comfortable up there. And you can see the Lina is now going in, she's getting the use out of that Midas, so we should see some good items coming up soon for her, coming possibly the way of Shiva's or something more utility based like a Yule's. You can't see now the Clockwork, he's on the hunt. He wants to find someone and he might get this. Are we going to see the hook? Oh, and the flare just went the wrong way. Now it is quite possible that this Spirit Bear could be looking at a Midas of his own. Again, I know I'm giving this Lone Druid a hard time, but I just don't agree with his choices. At this stage, nearly 14 minutes of the game, if he wanted to get a Midas, that should have been first bill of order, not 2 sets of boots, especially a set of Tranquil boots on the actual Lone Druid himself, which most of the time he's going to be attacking, it's not even getting any benefit out of it.
Under siege.
We just see a big rotation top, so we're possibly going to see some action happen up here. They don't have any supports, but if they can get the TPs up here, they might be able to turn this. We see the puck is coming in, is invised. Going to be able to get out this Dream Coil. This Juggernaut may go down for this. Oh, and that's a great initiation with the hook, and the Dream Coil comes out, catches the Death Prophet. Death Prophet does get the silence out, and we do see the Status Field coming out from the Disruptor, and that's the one hero down, he's gone. That's another kinetic field. It does catch out the Juggernaut. Can he get out of there? This is the question. Can he pop anything? And that's one. Is possibly going to see the puck go down? Maybe we do. Are we going to see the second? Oh, and unfortunately, the Skeleton King did not have enough mana to hit that regen, so he is dead, and that's him down. So this is possibly going to be another tower going the way of the Radiant. That was a great team fight. There was a couple of things that possibly could be done better, but it's very hard when you have so many heroes kind of chasing you. You have heroes like the Disruptor is throwing out his Static Storm, which is silencing you, doing damage, slowing you. You have that kinetic field, so you do need to be quite aware and see exactly what's happening. And then with the Bear kind of getting his levels, he is able to just destroy towers. But in the same sense, they're after losing 4 and they've lost 2 tier 1s, so this is very much going the way of the Radiant at the moment.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I kind of feel that the supports do need to be getting wards out. You do see that the wards are up in the Shadow Shaman at the moment, but we need to see some vision in their jungle so they can consider shutting down that lone Druid. Now this is what the Clockwork is trying to do now. Is he feels he has a 6. He's 10 now at this stage, but he has his hook, and that's a great hook into the mid. But the only problem is he catches a creep. He wants to roam, he wants to grab people out, and he wants to get kills. You can even see this Lone Druid now, he's comfortable enough that he's going to go in, he's going to farm their jungle. Is he possibly going to catch out the Bassoon here on the Shadow Shaman? That is a pretty fast bear. Oh, the unlucky ensnare.
Trust me, I'm a
and we do see the TV's in. Can he survive? Oh, and he gets the shackle off, but the bear is possibly going to go down here. Should turn and focus the bear, and he gets the bear. That's 300 gold, and the Lone Druid is going to go down. This is brilliant play. Can they catch this Clockwork? I don't think so. He does drop the wards, which is a great play. Great way to keep yourself safe is dropping those in those perfect areas there where it fits exactly, and you can just run home. You're fine. Disruptor now is dropping wards out everywhere you can see. This is the kind of the hardest thing about being in the 5 position role, is that you're stuck on ward duty. You have to be purchasing, you have to be dropping them, and nobody's going to help you. This is possibly going to be another tier 1 tower going. Yep, and this is brilliant. And they're possibly going to catch out this. No, the static link breaks. He was just too quick. The Dragon Slave did its damage, but all it did was scare him off. Taking a look at the Juggernaut, which is kind of, I suppose, their carry at the moment. He does seem to be getting good items out of the way. And the hook. And the opposite. That's the great. Don't know if the Lacuna blade was actually needed there. But they do burn out essentially the ages, as I suppose, of the Skeleton King. And we're going to see another 2 go down here because of this. This is great play by the Radiant. Fair enough, they lost 1 here for that engagement, but they got 2. They got 3. They don't need to chase this far, they need to back out. Skeleton King is going to run up here, and there are other wards, so possibly he might be catched. Oh, yeah. Shadow Shaman stayed way too long. He needs to get out of there. And we're possibly going to see an snare come up. Oh, and he even takes out the Disruptor with it. His last dying breath. He casts his Ether Shock and kills that Disruptor. But taking a look at this Lone Druid, he does have his Maelstrom up now, which is going to increase the DPS of that bear. But it's kind of coming up on slowly in drips and drabs. Like, we see that this Death Prophet seems to be rushing towards something, possibly an Ags. More than likely it will be to increase the damage of those ghosts. I kind of feel that something like a Desolator nowadays is a good pickup on the Death Prophet, because it just reduces the armor, and because these ghosts are physical, it's going to do so much more damage. We can see the net worth on the Lone Druid is starting to escalate. He is, after picking up a couple of kills there, which has allowed him to kind of pull himself back into the lane, into the game. And it's possible that this is actually going to be a Lincoln Sphere. On the Razor, we do see that he is trying to get up his Yashi. He does have his drums and his phase boots, which makes him pretty quick. He's a scary hero to be chased down by. The Skeleton King is now transitioning into trying to farm into the jungle itself. The Skeleton King is okay in the jungle, but he does need a couple of levels up. He does have his Mordigans, so it's going to be interesting to see what he goes for next. It's kind of, once you have your Mordigans, your Treads, that's your kind of key things, then you need to decide, do you want to build a tank or do you want to build a DPS monster? Now, I kind of feel that at this stage in the game is that the Dire, or the Radiant, they don't need to be sticking together. They can just go and they can just farm the lanes. Like, there's a whole lane down here which is nothing on. They can just go down, that's so much EXP, while the Dire, oh, this is a great initiation. He's caught out the... I don't even know what happened there. I would possibly see, oh, he's caught, will he use his Battle Fury? No need.
In my armor.
I can't even see the hook came in here, I thought, and thought he caught the Razor, but the Clockwork ended up here. Now, this is something, the Clockwork didn't need to go in there. He had no backup, nobody was going to go in with him. And he was diving across the river. He had no idea how many was there, who he was going to catch, if he was even going to get a kill. So, you need, if you're going to blind hook like that, you want to make sure you're blind hooking when you know where everyone else is.
Tower is being attacked.
Now, they need to get down, they need to defend this and push this back. This is just so much farm that they're wasting down bot while they're all up here top. This is kind of where they need to make the kind of decisions. If they're going to push here, they need to get a tower or a kill. Otherwise, it's a wasted push. Because at the moment, they're splitting the XP 5 ways, which is just going to reduce them. We see, like, the Puck is just here, happily farming up mid, has his Blink Dagger. And this is not what the Radiant want to do. They want to get kills or towers. So we'll see if they actually get up. If they can drop the wards, they possibly could take down this tower.
Radiant's
even have the
middle
access
tower
to
is
this
being
as well.
attacked.
What's good is we see TPs on most of the heroes here, so they can get back. We have TPs on all here. This is what you want to see. TPs are so crucial. I think it's one of the things that people tend to just cast aside. They sort of consider we don't really need to have TPs. We're doing this, we're doing this. But unless you can get back and defend,
Radiant's
you're kind of wasting your time.
under siege.
And this is a Roshan attempt. And they're possibly, yeah, they're going to get this. But at the
Dire's
cost of the
top
tower,
tower is being
not really
attacked.
worth it. This isn't going to be so pivotal as they think. Fair enough,
Radiant's
if they
middle
get
tower
it, let's
is
say on the
being
bear,
attacked.
it means he has another chance at doing the damage, but the only problem is the bear isn't scary at the moment. He can do his damage, but they just have so much more damage that can get away of the Radiant team.
Most avid fly fisherman, proud father of 3, has just been murdered by the Dire. I hope they're proud of themselves.
Now this rotation is far too late. They don't need to go down. They know it's gone. What they can do is either start pushing back these lanes here, or here. Top is perfect, top is gone. They even have a ward drop down here, which gives them good vision to see if there is anyone farming up there. But they just need to keep the pressure on, need to keep the push going. Like, it is going to get to the point where this lone druid will get scary. The Aegis, with the Aegis on him, and also on the bear, you just have that Midas. Or the, oh sorry, you went for the Maelstrom on that. So he is going to be able to increase his farm quite well now. He has a Hyperstone, so more than likely we're going to see a Mjolnir coming out soon. So the Radiant team, they really can't just sit back here. They need to do the damage. You can even say, like, taking a look at the net worth. Their highest net worth at the moment is the Luna, and this is because of that, sorry, the Lena. This is because of that Radiant, or the Midas. You can kind of see the gold and the XP graphs still are in the favor of the Radiant, but it's going to start to change. The team fight potential is going to become very evident soon of their dire team. They're thinking about engaging here. We do have an invisible Death Prophet. Can come in here and do the, oh, there's the great silence. Can they catch out this Skeleton King? There's, oh, that's brilliant play. Omnislash just destroying that poor book. Is this Skeleton King going to get away? Oh, and that's, see, this is the Yules. That's a brilliant pickup. That's what they needed. But this is a great block. I don't know if it was intentional, but it actually is a good technique to use, is to throw the kinetic field earlier. Even though you're not catching them, you actually block them here, so they can't chase. So they managed to save the Skeleton King with it, and the Skeleton King just goes straight back to his farm. It looks like he might be going for a BKB first. Now, what the Radiant need to do here is they need to just push this tower. With the puck down, they have that initiate is gone. They know the ult is down for the disruptor, so they can happily take this tower. The wards have been used, but they still have the ult by the way of the exorcism coming out. Even with the fortify, this tower should go down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Is this part of an elaborate trap you're going to spring on them later? Because it looks like they're really falling for it.
And that's exactly what they did. They can just happily back out. They've done their damage, they've done exactly what they needed. Now, I don't know why they actually split here, and this is going to cost the Shadow Shaman his life.
I cross the final hill.
On the Yules is actually out on the Shadow Shaman. We see the Mechas, at least, is up on the Lena, so we'll see what she'll actually be picking up first. It is hovering around a lot of gold, so I'd like to see something silly like a Dagon. I do enjoy Dagon on heroes, especially heroes that don't need them. Like Laguna Blade it's such a huge nuke, but coupling that up with a Dagon, it is quite fun to see. Now this Death Prophet is very exposed up here. I don't know why they're considering wrapping around this way. They know that there's a tower there and a wave of creeps, so there's no way they're going to be able to dive on her and take her out without taking a lot of damage. But we'll see how this plays out. At this stage they are revealed, so the Death Prophet can happily just TP out. That's exactly what she's doing. Oh, and she's caught. That's a brilliant hook from that from the Clockwork. He scouted it out perfectly with the flare, and he got caught out. And we do see the quick rotations coming top. And they actually take up this bear. If they take that bear, that is actually pretty huge. That's a lot of gold going their way. They do catch it, the stun with the bear and the Omni Slash, and we're seeing it coming out is they're going after going down. We're after getting a little bit of lag now, which is unfortunate, but with the lightning, we assume that bear did actually go down, and possibly the Lone Druid. And that's the Lone Druid has blown his Aegis, and the Dream Coil just come out from the hook, but he's after taking a lot of damage. He's going to die down to the wards. The stun comes out from the Skeleton King, and he's actually in turn shackled for his troubles. We see the Disruptor is coming in to possibly throw out this kinetic field, and this is a huge kinetic field with the Static Storm as well. We're going to see the Juggernaut go down to the Skeleton King, but the wards the whole time is spitting out damage. We see 2 kills coming out the way of the actual Disruptor, and this is a great play because of that Thunder Strike, and we do see this being cleaned up nicely by that ult and the Crypt Storm coming out from that Death Prophet, so she can happily just go push this lane. And that was a 4-for-3 trade. Which is, and they took out the big heroes there. They took out the Lone Druid, they took out the Puck, they took out the Skeleton King, and all that's left is the Clockwork. Clockwork had a great initiation on that Death Prophet, but the only problem is you have so much potential for damage coming out. We have the Ether Shock, we have the Battle Fury, the Omni Slash, the Plasma Field, the Dragon Slave, and we do have the Laguna Blade as well, just to finish off those kills. I don't think they're going to be able to they won't be able to fight up here, but they're going to be able to do some damage onto this tower.
Rock it on.
Oh, and that's an unlucky hook. We can see this lane has gone straight back into the jungle. has picked up the ultimate orb, so we'll see what possibly those might be considering
Dire's
buying with
middle
that.
tower is being attacked.
We can see now, after that engagement, the net worth has gone in favour of the Radiant. They've gotten up a lot more gold and a lot more kills their way. We can see the Razor now has his Yasha, has his drums, and he's getting that Desolator, which is going to be hugely effective for him. It saves the Death Prophet having to get it. She does have her Bloodstone now. She's going to be on something with this Vitality booster, possibly considering a heart, which would be great. Will give her so much more survivability. We can see her lovely hair has come back. Taking the fact is that she doesn't have to buy the Desolator now, it means it frees her up to get a lot more gold elsewhere. And with the fact is that this Razor is going to be attacking so quick with that. Oh, and this is a catch up on this Ingi here, and we're going to see the stun coming out, following out. Oh, we do see great wards coming out, and this is going to save them. And we see that the Razor is just zooming in. We see the Lagoon Gate has come out, has done damage, and that's going to be the clockwork going down. Can we see this following up? We do see this Light Striker Ray coming out, by the way, that leader. We're going to see the stun coming out from the Skeleton King, but he has been hexed up. The blade finally come out in time. The sheep stick was perfect. Excuse me, not sheep stick. We see the hex coming out, a little bit premature there. And Puck is possibly going to lose his life as well, which he does. And that's great play. And this is again, the team fight potential is stronger, I think, for the Dire, but they're just doing it so poorly. And this is possibly going to cost them a tower and possibly even a Rex. See, the Lone Druid is on his way back, but what can he do against 5 heroes, especially 5 heroes that have an exorcism up? We're going to see this tower just actually just melt.
I bind you.
They possibly might take out this bear as well for his troubles, and they do, and that's 300 gold. Wasted potential. The bear is now down for another 50 seconds, so what can they do? We do see this is great coming out. The Battle Fury is coming out on top of that clockwork while he is cogged in the Juggernaut. And the Static Field coming out as well. It's not there. They need the Puck, they need that Dream Coil.
Dire's middle barracks has been destroyed.
Yep, and that's one barracks gone down. We're possibly going to see another. We just need to see. They just need to leave. They don't need to stay here anymore. Oh, that's a great sign. It just means they can't get the Dream Coil. We just see the Omni Slash coming out just for just a few too many targets, but he did so much damage there. We're going to see the stun coming out from the Skeleton King, but I don't think he has the damage to take out this Juggernaut at this stage. Plus Juggernaut is going to be so fast. We do see the Hex coming out, and we see the Silence coming out. This is just brilliant. And that's 2 heroes gone down. We do see the Juggernaut go down. We see the Shadow Shaman go down. Sorry, we see the Shadow Shaman go down. We see the Skeleton King and the Disruptor go down. The Skeleton King with his ult does come back up into the fray. He does get hit with a Light Striker Ray, but the Dire team, they need to be careful here, but I do feel the Radiant team are being a little bit too ballsy here. They can't do what just getting out here. We're going to see 2 heroes go down for this, so that's a great plasma field, catching 2 heroes, and the Puck isn't going to get out. That's the Puck gone down as well. We're possibly going to see this. See, this is the power of that Desolator. Just look at his health melt, and you're not going to outrun a Razor, buddy.
Murder spree, triple homicide.
So that's more or less. I'm going to give the benefit there to the Radiant. I think they could have done a lot more damage if that Razor had been with them the whole time. But you see the buyback coming back from that Lone Druid at the moment, who just seems to be rushing up a Basher at the moment. But you can even see another 80 seconds before he has his bear coming out. So at the moment he's effectively crippled. There's nothing really he can do without that bear. We do see that the Roshan is up, and definitely with the fact that they have this Desolator up now on the Razors, that they should go consider just picking that up. Even to see how much damage that does. Desolator has come out, so it's just reducing the armor on the barracks, and then you have that exorcism just doing so much damage to them. Now, are they looking at rotation down towards this Roshan? I think the Razor is considering going in just to check to see if it is there. Once the sheep stick comes out on that Lena, she's going to be a lot more scary to go against. They already have 1 Hex on the way of the Shadow Shaman. We have a Yule Scepter as well to remove them from the fight. We have the wards just to completely counter anything that the Dire try to do at this stage. So they can just be dropped out just to make their life a living pain. And as well as the Shadow Shaman has been doing great, and it's the fact he's been using that Yule Scepter defensively as well as offensively, to be able to just keep himself just in the fight a little bit longer just by popping himself in the air. We do see a BKB coming out the way of the Skeleton King, which is going to be a big thing, and they are going to pick up this Roshan, which is, I think, the Radiant really missed their chance here, because they can take that Roshan down far quicker than the Dire can, and we're going to see this is picking up here. And that's unfortunate, that's a miss of the Dragon Slave. Are we going to see anything further out of this? No, they are going to back out of this, and the Larendor is unfortunately stuck up on the cliff here. we do see the Agnums coming out onto that Juggernaut, which does increase the how many jumps he does, which just makes it so much more relevant. We're going to see as well, he's possibly going to rush up this this butterfly, and they do catch this Skeleton King out of position, but they're not all there. And this is the huge hook coming in there. We do see the Omni Slash coming out on. Can we see the Battle Fury coming out? And there's the Battle Fury. And then he's just turning to focus down, and that's the Skeleton King going down once. He does have his ult to come back up, and we're going to see this bear's gone down again. That's bear again now for another 80 seconds. Then he's turning to take out this Skeleton King. Puck is probably going to go down and lose. We'll see now. Oh, Puck manages to blink away. It's a great play. And this Razor is more than likely. Oh, and he's away. And we can just see, this Razor is just such a fast hero, he can't get away. Don't know why he turned there. He didn't have to turn. And this this Death Prophet is just going to be able to chase this bear down. You can even see, without having your bear, you're so crippled. All he has is Tranquil Boots.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's top
And they have lost the tower
has been
here to the creeps.
destroyed.
And they do catch it. It's a great blink and it's a great hex. And that's the Lone Druid going down.
Murder spree.
Now they really need to look towards that Roshan and just pick it up while those heroes are down. If they had that Juggernaut up, they can just go and they can just take it. And that's our explanation there. We can see that the Razor, unfortunately, he misclicked. He must have been clicking the base to send himself back, but must have misclicked and sent himself back towards the bear. And they do look to be making towards this Roshan, and this is what they needed to do. We do see the giant chicken of Roshan there, and if they have this Razor here, they should be able to do enough damage and get it down before they even get near the Dire even get near them. But unfortunately, he's sitting back in base. But they do have enough damage to actually take them down here. No problem. The question is, he needs to get rid of that Stout Shield and pick it up on that Juggernaut. And then you see that quick while they have this Disruptor is on his way, and they do see the Flares coming in, so they should know that something's up. And they do have the Razor coming in here, so they could possibly look to turn this, and you could see a lot of damage coming out of the way here. Unfortunately, he does catch off the static link on the Disruptor, but he isn't going to go down for that. And Skeleton King has swiped the Aegis. This is a brilliant play from him. He managed to get in there, do the damage, finish them off, and now he essentially has 3 lives.
Double kill.
And we see 1 popped. We really need an Aegis counter here or something, so that's 1. And they lock him down again, we see the static link, that's 2. And we're not going to see a 3rd. And at this stage, the Radiant, they're very confident in their game. They have 5 heroes up, the Dire have 2. They need to grab these creeps, or at least 1 hero needs to go back, grab those creeps, and then just take a tower, take a Rax, and end this game.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Let's see, the bear is coming in here again, and the bear really can't afford to die again. The bear has been killed twice in combat, and you can even see now he can't even attack, and the Lone Druid doesn't even realise, and it's too late now that he's in position. And that's the bear gone again, and we're going to see that's the bear for another minute. We see the ult coming out from the Juggernaut, which does the damage, takes down the Lone Druid, and they can happily take out these 2 barracks now. Like at this stage there really isn't anything. That's a great kinetic field picking up, but he's going to lose his life. Oh, he managed to get away with a good force staff, and the Puck blinks back in, gets the Dream Coil on 1 hero, which is not what you want to have happen. Does manage to blink out and miss all that damage, but that's the barracks gone down, 2 barracks gone down, and at this stage really I think that they should be comfortable enough, they should be able to stay in here and just take the throne. There's nothing to stop them.
Radiant's top tower
Looks like they might be considering just playing safe. We do see the blink coming in, and this is a crazy play from this Clockwork. He does not need to do that, and he's after losing his life just for that. He got greedy and he went in, and he didn't usually do that damage. He had no backup, he had no one there to help him. We do see the static field coming out, which is great. It's doing science, doing a little bit of damage, but it's not enough, and there's nothing to follow it up. We do need to see a stun coming out from that Skeleton King. We need to see a proper Dream Coil coming out from this Puck, who is catching more than 1 hero, and catching a key hero that's not a support. They do see... there's nothing really they can do. This is a big blink in from this, from the Shadow Shaman, and he does exactly what he needs. He's after catching at that Skeleton King, has burned the Aegis, and now the Skeleton King is coming out. He's looking for blood. He's not happy, and you can see this is just great use of the Yule's Scepter as well. He took himself out of the fight. Fair enough, he did die, but the Skeleton King, he was going for blood. He wanted to get that kill, and it cost him his life. He's after forcing it out of buyback. We're going to see possibly this Razor going down. We do see the ult coming out again. You can just see how effective that Aghanim Zephyr is. He can just keep using it and doing so much damage. And that's a GG call from the Skeleton King. We can just see the effect of that tri-lane. That really offensive tri-lane was great. The Juggernaut was just able to really capitalise that, and just with that he got early levels, early kills, early goals, and it just let him just get ahead. You can just take a look at the network. This Death Prophet had a huge game. She was so relevant for the entire game. I can just see she's pretty much unstoppable with 3k health, 25 charges on the Bloodstone, and a Heart of Jurassic, working towards what I can only assume is an Orcus. And the Puck is possibly going to lose his life here. But he manages to blink out.
Dire's Ancient is being attacked.
Oh, and that's a catch out on those creeps.
Dire's Ancient is under
You can see
attack.
just this how weak this bear is without sorry, how weak this lone druid is without his bear. Now really all they have to do is just focus on this taking out this Aegis, or the Ancient.
Dire's Ancient is under attack. Radiant
That was a well played game. It was an interesting game to see, is that we did see the lineup that the Dire picked. It was very late game oriented in the fact that they had that lone druid. They kind of wanted to be roaming a lot more, doing a lot more damage with the Puck and the Clockwork, but unfortunately this never got that chance. The Radiant team, on the other hand, though, they had a great setup in the fact is that they had the offlane Razor was happy enough just to sit there and farm, get levels, get experience. Juggernaut and in a tri-lane is just, it's lethal. If you get any hero with a Juggernaut that can maintain a stun, he can kill pretty much anyone. Death Prophet had a great game against that Puck, was able just to stay toe-to-toe, last hits. You can even see early game as Death Prophet was ahead of it, and pulled ahead as the game just went along. Just you saw so much gold just going her way. But that's another game from That's Dota. My name is Gus, and thanks a million for watching.